Did you know that Canva has a website builder and that you can create free websites with a free Canva account? And let me answer a common question you might have. Yes, these websites are responsive, meaning that they will look good on desktop but also on mobile devices. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a free website with Canva, how to add links to images, how to create buttons, the apps that you need to add forms to your website, how to publish it, and so much more. This tutorial will be easy to follow, is beginner friendly, but I do suggest that you watch it until the end so you don't miss any of the steps and any of the tips that I'm going to share here with you today. Before we start building or designing our website, we need to have very clear what do we want to communicate or share on this website. We're going to create a one-page website with multiple sections. So it's pretty important for you to know, to have very clear how many sections you want on this website. And I do recommend that you actually go a little bit further and that you have your copy ready. And by that, I mean possibly having titles, subtitles, and body text. This copy might not be the final copy that you will end up using on your website, but it's going to really help you at the moment of building your website. On the other hand, I do recommend that you also have ready images that you know you are going to be using on your website. And that could be logos and images. But don't worry, I believe this is optional. It is important if you have them. But if you don't have them, it's okay. You can use the images available in the Canva library. And another tip that is going to save you a lot of time is to have a branded color palette at hand if you have it. And finally, to be able to build this kind of websites, you will need a Canva account. It can be either a free account or a paid account. To start building our website, we're gonna go to canva.com. You are going to log in into your account. At the moment, I'm here using a Canva free account just to show you that you can follow all of the steps completely for free. Now, once you land on the home page, you are going to the left hand to templates. If you want, you can start building your website from a template. That's not necessary. And of course, you can create a website completely from scratch. But I do believe templates are going to help us save time. And also, if you are a beginner graphic designer or if you don't have any idea about design, templates are going to help you achieve a professional outcome. Now we're here in the templates section and you are going to search under business. I'm opening here this menu and then go to websites. From here, you can simply scroll down to discover all of the templates available in the Canva library. Some of them, I think a lot of them are completely free to use. You can see here that all of these templates are free because they don't have any label on top. If you see a crown on top of the template, that means that that template is available for paid accounts. Now let me go up because from here you can refine your search results. So you have all of these buttons that will allow you to find the perfect website for you. I'm gonna go for the business tab, and now from here I can start discovering these templates. If you find a template that you like, you are going to click on the thumbnail, and then from here you can scroll down to see the different sections on that template. And here I do suggest that you try and find a template that has a style that you like, but most importantly that has the sections that you are planning to build. Also, don't worry too much about finding the perfect template at this stage. Try to go for a layout that works for you, and we can keep adjusting later so it fits your requirements. And also, by the way, if you have selected a template and then you want to change it later, you can do it from the editor. So from here, I find this other template pretty interesting. I think this is going to work with the sections that I have in mind for my website. So I want to use this one, and for this I'm going to click on customize this template. Now we are in the editor, and from here we can edit anything that you want. Now, if you're new to Canva, let me show you a couple of basics. If you want to change the text that you see here on a design, simply double click on the text box, and like this you'll be able to change anything on your text boxes. Also, if you want to change the color on any of the elements on the design, simply click on the shape or the element and you will find the color option in here. And if you want to delete any element on your design, select it and click on the trash icon, or simply hit the delete button on your keyboard. If you want to upload your own images, go to uploads on the left hand side, and from here you can upload images or videos. In my case, I have already uploaded a couple of images that I'm going to use on this website, so let me bring this one here, and now let me adjust this photo so it has more or less the same size as the image that I just deleted from here. And here's another quick tip: if you want to adjust any photo or image that you have uploaded to Canva, you can select it, go to edit, and then from here go to adjust. I believe this photo needs a little bit more of brightness, maybe some whites, and I'm lifting the shadows a little bit as well. Now let me go back to uploads. I want to insert our logo, adjust the size and position it somewhere here. And now that I have my logo, I can use these colors on my website. So let me change the color on this shape. And now that I'm inside the color menu, I can go to photo colors and use the colors in my logo. So for this one, I'm going to use the blue, and for this shape behind us, I'm going to use the pink color. For the background, let's go for white. Now let me adjust a couple of elements here on this page. I'm going to do it pretty quick. I'm also going to add my own copying here. I already have it in a note, so I'm simply copy and pasting my copy on these text boxes. And now I'm going to change the font on these two text boxes. You can simply select any of the text boxes on your design, or you can select multiple text boxes and then change the font from the toolbar. So I'm gonna go for Montserrat in here, and let me adjust the weight. So I prefer for the title to go bold or extra bold, like this. I'm gonna make a couple of keywords bold as well. Okay, we are done with the basics. I believe with this information you can already adjust and customize everything that you see here on screen. And I want to continue with some other parts of this tutorial that are very important. Now, what I have edited in here is just one section of my website. Let me zoom out to show you that on this website I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 different sections. If you go here to the grid view, you will have an overview of your website. So we have all of these different sections, and what I want to create is a website of 3 different sections. So let me go to the second page or second section, and I'm going to show you how you can hyperlink an image, or how to basically add a link to an image. I'm going to delete all of these elements right here because I'm not going to use them, and I'm going to change the font on this title and the color in the background just to make sure that we are on brand. And I'm going to change the copy on this text box, and I'm going to use some images that I have uploaded here to my account. I want to showcase a couple of classes on this section of the website, so I have taken some screenshots of these Skillshare classes and I'm going to add them. So let me arrange these images and adjust their size. Now, because these images right here are actually screenshots, I'm going to crop out some of these little sections and I'm going to round the corners. So let me select all of the images, go to corner rounding and add a little rounding here. And now let me crop out these sections that I don't like on these screenshots. Finally, and this is of course optional, I'm going to select these images and add a border. Now these images are looking perfect and I just need to add the link to them. So let me start by adding a link to this image. I'm going out of Canva. I'm going to Skillshare to this class. So I'm going to Ronnie's profile on Skillshare and I'm going to his class. I'm gonna grab the URL from here. So I'm going to copy, or you can also use this URL right here, right click and copy. Let me go back to Canva. I'm clicking on the image, clicking on the three dots and then hit link. I'm going to Ctrl V or paste the link in here and hit done. And now I'm going to do exactly the same process for these two other images. So let me do it quickly. Now all of these images have been hyperlinked and you can double check this by clicking on the image and you will see the link in here. You can click if you want to double check that you are pointing to the right URL, but also you can edit the URL if you need. So you can click on this pencil and then delete or change this URL and then hit done. Now let me show you how to add buttons to your websites. You can go to elements and then from here you have a section called buttons. When you click see all, you see all of the options available. I'm gonna add one button to this design and then from here you can change the color of your buttons and you can also add text to them by clicking 2 times on the shape. So I'm going to type view more classes. At the moment you cannot see the text because my text is actually white. So let me change the color of the text for pink and you can also change the font from here. You can also adjust the size of this button. Let me zoom out to see what I'm doing here. Now, I want to link this button to Ronnie's profile on Skillshare. So let me go to Ronnie's profile, copy the URL from here, and then by clicking on the button, I'm going to the 3 dots, link, paste the link in here and hit done. And then click done one more time. You will see that the text on your button will be underlined, but if you don't like the way it looks, you can actually remove this underline. So I'm going to remove it. Now, let me show you a couple of tricks that you can apply to your website. So let me go to the next section. I am already done with this page. So I'm going to show you these tricks on this empty one. If you go to Skillshare, I'm just going to show you an example here. I'm going to copy this URL and then by going to my empty section, I'm going to Ctrl V or paste the link in here. If you are not attaching this URL to a specific image or a button, you may get something like this. In this case, you can preview the introduction video from this class directly from your website. So let me play here.
Try to do AI features in Canva.
You can do exactly the same thing with YouTube videos. So let me go to our channel, YouTube, and actually let's go to our new channel, AI with RONNY. You can find it on our homepage. So let's go here and you can add videos or you can even add playlists to your website. So I actually recommend that you insert playlists because like this, people will be watching more than one video if they are watching it from your website. So I'm gonna use this playlist and I'm gonna copy the link from here. Going back to Canva and simply Ctrl V. What you see here is the first video of the playlist. You can see here, this is the first video and this is the video that you will see on your website.
I need another coffee.
And by the way, if you are interested in learning more about ChatGPT or AI, I do recommend that you watch this playlist right here. I'm gonna leave it in the description if you are interested, or you can simply go to this channel that Ronnie has started where you can learn about AI tools and productivity hacks. And now that we're talking about embeds, I want to show you a pretty cool trick. And this trick, it was actually mentioned by one of you guys in the comments section in a previous video. video. I created a similar video like this one a couple of years ago, and somebody asked if it's possible to add music from Spotify to a Canva website, and guess what? It's actually possible. So you're gonna go to Spotify. From here, you're going to find the song that you want to add. So let's go to this Bad Bunny's album, and from here, I'm going to select this song. So I'm clicking on the three dots, share, copy, song, link. Then coming back to Canva and then simply paste the link in here. And I'm going to show you in a couple of seconds how these videos and music interact on your website. But before, I'm going to show you the apps that you can use if you want to embed or insert forms into your website. Go to apps on the left panel, and then from here you are going to search for Fluid Forms. This app actually allows you to create and embed forms into your Canva website. Another one is this one. Let me close this. And this one is JotForm. It's actually featured right here. This app will allow you to insert forms to collect data, e-signatures, payments, and more. I personally haven't tried any of these two apps, but I know these are questions that may appear in the comments section. So I do suggest that you try them out and let me know how they go. Now, let's go to the preview mode of this website to see how it is looking and how these videos and music interact. So you're gonna go to the preview button on the navigation bar on top, and from here you'll be able to see how your website is looking. So let me scroll down. I think this is looking very nice. We have these images in here with hyperlinks. When I hover on top of them, you will see that my cursor changes because these elements are hyperlinked. And now let me come down to the section where we have the videos embedded. So here we have the video from Skillshare. When I click on this play button, we'll be able to preview the intro of this class, which is interesting. We also have this video from a playlist. You see here that we have actually 10 videos on the playlist, but when I click play, we see the first video on the playlist. And finally, we have the song from Spotify, which I find pretty cool. And I'm not going to click on this button because if not, we may get a copyright issue because this is a Bad Bunny song, but it actually works and I do suggest that you try it out. And now that we are here in the preview section of the website, I want to show you something pretty cool. At the moment, I'm previewing this website from a desktop view, but if you want to see how your website will look from a mobile device, you can click on this icon. And as you can see, everything on the website looks pretty good so far. And you can also interact with these embedded videos right here. Let me go back to the desktop version because I also want to mention something else in here. You can include a navigation menu. So let me show you how this one will look. You can see here all of the sections on your website, and when you click on them, you will be directed to those sections. But for this navigation menu to work, you need to give name to your sections on the website. So let me show you quickly how this is done. Let me close this preview window and let's go to grid view. From here, if you hover next to the number of your page or your section, you will see a little pencil, and from here you'll be able to add the name of that section. So for me, the first page or first section is About Us. Second one is Classes. The third one, I'm actually going to delete it. I don't need it anymore. And the third one and the fourth one, I'm not going to use them either. And the last one is going to be training. Now, if I go to preview, this is how the menu is looking. Now we have these custom names. And if I go to classes, it will take me to that section. If I go to training, it will take me to that section, and so on. Now let me close this preview, and I want to finalize the last section of my website. Okay, I'm almost done with the last section of this website, and to save time, instead of creating a new button from scratch, I'm simply going to duplicate this one here and bring it to this section. It is important that you make sure that you change the URL and also the text inside the button. So this one will be contact us, and let's change this URL. I'm actually not going to add or insert a URL or a link in here. I'm going to add an email address. So like this, whenever somebody clicks on this button, they will be redirected to a window where they can send us an email directly to us. So I'm going to write here a dummy email. This is not a real email, it's just for the example. And then once you have written your email, you're gonna click done. It will automatically look like this. It will say mail to and then your email. Don't worry, this is actually the way it should look. Now let me remove this underline. I actually don't really like it, so I like to remove it when I see it. And I think this website is ready to go. I'm just going to show you one last thing you may like. I'm not sure, but I think it's interesting, and it is that you can add animations to your websites. So let's say I'm going to add an animation to this logo here. So by having it selected, I'm going to animate, and from here you can select any of these options, or if you want to animate the entire page, you can go here and go for one of these options. I think I'm just going to animate the logo, so I'm going back to photo and click pop, and I'm gonna add the same animation to these buttons here. Okay, we're ready to go, but before I show you how you can collaborate with somebody else to create a website and how to publish it, I think it is important to mention that if you have selected a website that is actually not working for what you need, at any time go to the left panel to the design section, and from here you can access the template library. So you can either scroll down and discover the templates available in here, or you can search for anything that you need. So I'm going to show you one simple example. Let's say that you need one of the sections from your original template, but you accidentally deleted it. So you will see a recently used section, and this is actually the template that I used to create this website. So I can click here and then I can add any of these pages or apply all. So if you click on any of the pages, you will get this message that says add template as new page, or you can replace the current page. So I'm gonna click add as new page. You will see that this template has been added to your website, and then you can reposition this page if you want, or you can simply delete it. And you can do the same with other templates, like for example this one. In here I'm gonna mix templates, so let me add for example this one here, add a new page. And I think this is actually pretty cool, because if you don't find all of the sections that you need in one template, you can actually mix templates and play with them. Okay, so I am done with this template. I want to show you something cool in Canva, and it is that you can collaborate with other people to build a website. So let's say in my case I work with my husband Ronnie, and I want him to help me build something or write or change anything on the website, or simply for him to have access to it. I'm gonna click on share, and then from here there is a section that says collaboration link. At the moment it is set to only you can access, but I'm going to create a link that anybody with the link can access. I'm going to copy the link and then send it to Ronnie. With this link, Ronnie will be able to access the website from the editor and be able to customize anything that is needed. Your website is ready and you want to publish it. You're gonna go to share on the navigation bar on top, and from here click website. You can preview your website one more time. If you click on these arrows, you can decide if you want your website to resize on mobile, which you actually do, so make sure that this box is checked. And then you can also decide if you want to have a navigation menu on your website. You can leave it checked if you want it, or you can uncheck it if you don't want to see the navigation bar. From here you can see the website URL, and you can have up to 5 live websites on your free domain. domain. The free domains look something like this. You will have the my.canva.site, and then you can also customize this section in here. If you want to use a custom domain on this Canva website, click on this pencil and then click on Get a New Domain. This will open this window, and from here you can select any of these options. You can connect your domain from a third party. This is available for Canva Pro users or paid accounts, or you can buy a new domain, a custom domain from Canva. Let me go back because we are actually going to be using the free options. So let's go to website. This is the free URL that Canva is providing, and then from here you have more published settings. And I find this pretty cool because you can customize your favicon and your website title from here. For this, click on this pencil and you will be able to add a favicon from here. I have uploaded our logo, so click done. Then if you want, you can change the title from here, and you can also insert a website description if you want. This is also super nice because the website title and favicon will show on Google and browser tabs, and the website description appears below the website title and URL in search results. That means that these websites can be found on search engines if you want. Now click on advanced settings, because from here you can decide if you want this website to show on search results. If you don't want this website to be visible, you're going to leave this option unchecked like this. This one is disabled. But if you are creating a website for your business, you want more promotion, more visibility, you definitely want to leave this one checked. On the other hand, if you have created a website and you wanted to have password protection, you can enable this option. And lastly, from here, you can also choose how your link will appear when shared on social media platforms. I'm going to click this one. This is important for us. So I believe this one looks good, but you can upload another image if you want. And lastly, if everything looks good, you can publish your website. So I'm going to click on this button. Canva is preparing our website, and in just a couple of seconds, our website is live. You can copy this URL to preview your website, or you can simply click View Website. This is the website that we have created in a couple of minutes with Canva. It's completely free. Remember that I was using a free Canva account. And here we have the images. When I click on any of these images, it will take me to where I want them to go. So these are taking me to the classes on Skillshare. This button is going to take me to Ronnie's profile on Skillshare. Perfect. And then this button, remember, that is going to take us to a window where we are going to be able to send an email to Team Randy. So let me show you how this one will work. I'm clicking on the button. Here we have the window to submit an email. Now let me ask you, what do you think about this tutorial? Please let me know in the comments, and also if you learned something new, leave me a thumbs up. This is super important for us to know what kind of tutorials you like better. Follow our channel if you want to keep learning about Canva, but I'm not done with the tutorial yet. I want to show you something else that is available in Canva. It is not available for Canva free accounts, but it is available on Canva paid accounts, and I know this is important for many of you guys. If you want to check your website analytics, you can go to the navigation bar on top, click on this button, and then from here you see that you can see the website analytics if you have a Canva Pro account. In this case, I'm using a Canva free account, but I do want to show you how this looks if you have a Canva Pro account. So let me change my Canva account and take you to another website project. Okay, so I am using another Canva account. This one is a Canva Pro account, and here we have another website that we created a while ago. So let me go to the navigation bar on top to the analytics. This is how it actually looks on a Canva Pro account. Remember that if you have a Canva free account and would love to try these Canva Pro features, there is a free trial in the description. Now, what do you see in this analytics? You can see the visits, page page views. You can also change the period on these analytics. It goes from 7 days to all time. And then from here, you can also see countries, devices, traffic sources, and the total link clicks. These analytics are super interesting because like this, you can actually see where your traffic is coming from. In this case, you see that we have a lot of visits coming from YouTube, and also we can see where our audience is coming from. So mostly the United States, and actually 11% is coming from Spain. So pretty interesting. Now, let me tackle another common question. How do we update a published website? You're gonna go to your Canva account and find your website project. You're gonna click on the thumbnail, which is going to take you to the editor. And from here, you have this banner. It says, if you continue editing this design, you'll need to publish it again to update your website. So I'm gonna click edit design. And from here, let's say that I want to change the color of this shape. I'm gonna change it for yellow, and I'm going again to share website and republish website. This is actually going to update the website on the same URL. You don't need to change the URL, and your website will be updated. And we talked about so many details that I almost forget to show you that the website has the favicon and the website title visible in here. I think this is just a little detail, but it adds a lot, and especially because this is actually a free website. If you're interested in trying all of the Canva Pro features and tools, we do have a 30-day free trial of Canva Pro in the description of this video. I'm also going to leave that link here on screen, and if you are interested in learning more about AI with Ronnie, make sure to check this playlist right here. And don't forget to subscribe to that channel. I really hope that you enjoyed watching this tutorial, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!